I have done so many videos talking about the absolute disaster that is yet to be the MCU's Blade. They cannot get the movie off the ground. It's been like 5 or 6 years at this point. They can't even do anything in regards to it. They've changed like about 3 directors. The movie has stalled more than once. We get reports that the script was absolutely terrible. They reworked it, it was still terrible. They reworked it again, it was still terrible. They delayed, all of that. We don't know if they're going to put it out. We don't know if it's going to come out, like whatever it is. I'd say just cancel the damn thing because you all lack the ability to make anything. Honestly. But now, even the writer of the original Blade movies with Wesley Snipes, the first Blade, which is still absolutely fantastic to this day. The first and second were really good. They talking about the third, but the first and second were really good. And the first movie really set up everything that Blade should be and was really that good. Even the writer is laughing at the MCU's inability to put out a Blade movie because it's very, very simple. But when you have morons doing things, simple becomes very complicated. Dive into this article here from Cosmic Book News. Original Blade writer laughs at MCU struggles. It's a simple story. Very simple. While celebrating the 20th anniversary of Batman Begins, David S. Goyer says that he can't understand why Marvel can't get Blade right, as it's a pretty simple concept. That's not all, as Goyer also questions why the MCU would bring back Wesley Snipes when they are supposedly launching their own franchise with Mahershala Ali. Okay, let me see if I could put in there a few moments, right? He's saying that can't understand why Marvel can't get Blade right, as it's a pretty simple concept. It's a very simple concept. All you need is badass vampires being taken out by a badass vampire hunter. That is it. You literally have the blueprint from the first 2 movies to work with. You literally have that to work with. That's really all you need. You just need that and you work with it. It's not difficult. Trying to incorporate Blade into the larger MCU, I think that might be a bit more difficult, honestly, because if you just have a movie with Blade, that could be difficult. If you want to do it on a grander scale, you're going to have to make some tweaks here and there, but it is still doable. It is still doable, but no. And then he goes on to question why the MCU would bring back Wesley Snipes when they are supposedly launching their own franchise with Mahershala Ali. They bring back Wesley Snipes because at this point, the only thing the MCU has left is nostalgia bait. That's the only thing people will show up to see. Nostalgia bait, and they know it. This is why Avengers Doomsday is packed to the freaking gills with it. They know that's the only thing people are going to be coming for, because before, an Avengers movie or any MCU movie didn't need any kind of nostalgia, but it stood on its own. But now that they've ruined it and don't know how to walk it back, that's the only option left to them. Goyer wrote the Blade movies starring Wesley Snipes and even directed the third film. Yeah, let's pretend we don't know about that third film. Goyer appeared on Josh Horowitz's YouTube channel and was asked about comic book movies. Goyer was last involved with Zack Snyder's Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman and hasn't touched a comic book movie since. He says he's not in a comic book place right now, that he does follow all the social media chatter, including how fans want him back on Blade for the MCU. But he says while he thinks it would be fun, that he already did the definitive Blade. I mean, yeah, It's pretty hard to ever top those first two movies because the first movie really introduced Blade. Wesley Snipes being Blade was a real introduction to something absolutely spectacular. It really was. And then the second movie followed that up in magnificent style. So you got something for it, and you could say, yes, I've done this, and this is a really definitive movie. Now, I still think you can do a really good Blade movie. You couldn't do another one. But again, when you got idiots running it, Horowitz then questions Goyer about why Marvel can't crack Blade and that it's insane. Goyer agreed, saying, I don't either, because in my mind, I think Blade is a relatively simple story. It's not complicated. He continued, I always think about when you embark on a movie like this, you have to distill down what is the promise of the movie. So the promise of Blade, a new Blade, is that it should have insane ass kicking. It should be pretty scary, might be R-rated, and should not be complicated. It should be a simple story. He added, so I don't know why it's been so hard. I have no idea why. He laughs. I'm baffled. I sat on the sidelines, and Mahershala Ali is an amazing actor. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I can answer that question for you, sir. I do know why. The reason why they can't get it right is because they want Blade's daughter to take over. That's what they want. They don't care to do a Blade movie apart from setting it up to have his daughter take over a character very few people know about and even less people care about. Nobody's interested in Blade's daughter. Nobody. The majority of people who claim to be interested in her are just shilling for the MCU. But nobody cares. People want Blade. That's what they like. The same way people want Captain America, not Falcon Cap. The same way people want Iron Man, not Riri Williams, but whatever the hell that's supposed to be. No, these are the characters that people like and people want. Blade is relatively simple. Like he said, it should have insane ass kicking. It should be pretty scary. Should be R-rated. And it should not be complicated. That simple story. Yes, all you have to think is basically something like a John Wick style thing, but with vampires. Like I say, you have the blueprint from the first two movies. You can build on that, but you refuse to do that. You refuse to do that because you want Blade's daughter to take over. That is what you want. The only reason that they want to greenlit this Blade movie is to be nothing more than a jump on point for his daughter to take over. Like I say again, a character very few people know about and even less people care about. That is their sole intention. And this is why it keeps becoming as nonsensical as possible. They want to do that and can't figure out an actual coherent with because one does not exist. If you try to do that, you're going to end up with an even massive bomb than you could imagine. You may very well end up with the first MCU movie to not even cross $100 million. That is how bad that could turn out to be. That is it. But you don't seem to want to learn. This is the problem. So yes, it is very simple to do a Blade movie. It's very, very simple to do it. But that's not what they want to do. This is why they keep changing directors, keep changing writers, keep delaying this, all that, because the mandate from the people in charge are that they want Blaine's daughter to take over, and they want somebody to write a script and direct a movie that makes that happen. That is what they want. And this is why it keeps failing miserably. Regarding Wesley Snipes, who returned in Deadpool and Wolverine, Goyer questioned Marvel bringing back that version of Blade and said he's not involved at all with the MCU. Of course, like I say again, they brought back Wesley Snipes as Blade because nostalgia bait is all they have left right now. That is all they have left right now. And yes, I like seeing Wesley Snipes back again. I'm perfectly good with that. Really okay. People are saying that, they would love to see a next Blade movie with Wesley Snipes in it, maybe as an older brother. Maybe. We don't know. They might very well do it because they may very well run out of ideas to whatever. Mahershala Ali is not getting any younger. You understand me? That project, as far as I am concerned, when it comes to Blade, they need to scrap the whole thing, get a different actor, because I think at this point he's more than fed up with that by now. So let's let Mahershala Ali move on to something else. Even though the guy is a fantastic actor, let him move on to something else and start a Blade movie. You can do when it's just Blade. Eliminate the idea, possibility, thought, concept, and everything of his daughter because nobody cares. And then you can do something. That's it. This is what I'm going to say. I thought that was cool too, but it's confusing also. If you're trying to do another one, said Goyer, yeah, it may have just been an acknowledgement that, yeah, we can't crack it right now. I have no idea. I haven't been involved in the conversations. Like I said, they brought back Wesley Snipes because nostalgia is all the MCU has to rely on now. Regarding why Blade has been in development hell, reports offer that Marvel was going the route Kevin Feige has gone post-Endgame as they plan on replacing Blade with his teen daughter like they did in the comics. How did that work out for them? Nobody bought the damn books. Nobody. Like I said, Kevin Feige wanted to hard push the MCU and it's not working. At one point, the Blade script morphed into some kind of weird thing when Blade was playing like fifth lead to a bunch of women who liked him. Who in God's name wants to go and watch that? Who? You all don't want to make any money because you rather push your SJW shit and then figure everybody is against you. What they want to say, we just want good entertainment. That's all. Reportedly, Mahershala Ali, a two-time Oscar winner, clashed with Marvel and pushed back against the concept, and development on Blade has stalled. I don't give him wrong. I don't give him wrong. I mean, at this point, the only thing that they could do is have Pedro Pascal play Blade because he will play anything. Apparently, he'll play anything. Come on now, man. So yeah, it's not difficult to do a good Blade movie, but the bottom line of it is they don't want to do it because what they want to do is have Blade replaced by his daughter. That's it. So if the original writer of the Wesley Snipes Blade movies, the one and two, the penultimate Blade movies, is laughing at you all inability to do it, that should tell you something that clearly you have screwed up that badly. But when your entire thing is, listen, we don't have to listen to you because we know better and you don't know nothing. This is what you keep doing. You embarrass yourself. And like I said, I've made video after video about how absolutely horrendous this entire Blade fiasco has been. And they have no intention of ever stopping it. None. This is what we keep getting. Because this is what happens when you literally have the inmates running the asylum over there at the MC. I'm sure we'll get another update about some other mess involving Blade soon enough. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.